What is net zero? You've probably heard the term net zero in climate discussion. Government, companies, even entire industries are pledging to reach it. But what does net zero really mean, and why is it such a big deal? Let's break it down. Net zero is about balance. It means reducing greenhouse gas emissions as much as possible and offsetting any remaining emissions by removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Essentially, what goes up must come down. But why is net zero so important? Well, climate scientists agree that to limit the global warming to 1.5 degrees centigrade, which is the threshold to avoid the worst impacts of climate change, we need to reach net zero by the middle of this century. But how do we get there? It starts with cutting emissions, shifting from fossil fuels to renewable energy, improving energy efficiency, and changing how we produce food and manufacture goods. But we can't control emissions to zero overnight. That's where offsets come in. Things like planting trees, restoring wetlands, or using carbon capture technologies to pull CO2 out of the air. But while many countries and companies have pledged to reach net zero, critics say that these plans often rely too much on offsets and not enough on actual emission reductions. And some commitments lack transparency or accountability. So the next time you hear about net zero, remember, it's not just a buzzword, it's a crucial step in the fight against climate change. But to make it work, everyone from policymakers to business to individuals need to take action. Do you think the world is doing enough to reach net zero? Let us know in the comments below.